So it has been then exactly a month since Russia launched its invasion, or what it called its special military operation in Ukraine, on February the 24th. And 1 month on, Russia is far from taking control of a country which Vladimir Putin still says does not even exist. We're going to talk about all of that in Global Grid today. Philip Turner, International Affairs Editor, is joining us here on set. Good to have you with us, Philip. 4 weeks. Why have the Russians not managed to achieve what they wanted? Because it does appear that the scale of what they've achieved is so much less, doesn't it?
Well, I think there are a number of contributing factors, Stuart, which can explain why 4 weeks on this has not gone the way that Vladimir Putin himself, the Russian president, expected it to go. Let's put the map up, shall we, first of all, to see the current situation in Ukraine as we talk. Now, all of these are bombardments that have taken place around the country in recent moments. These red areas are areas that the Russians are in control of. This is the Donbass region. This is Crimea, which was already seized in 2014. Now, Vladimir Putin has put this as being the culminating point of his career. He wanted to recreate the Russian Empire, to recreate the grandeur of Russia, see himself going down in history as Vladimir the Great. So he has been biding his time. If you go back to 2007 and you hear the speech that Vladimir Putin said in Germany there, that he gave in Germany, it lays out exactly his plans for what he wanted to do and to take back control of Ukraine, which, as you said, he thinks does not exist as a country and is rightly part of Russia. So on paper, it all looked quite good. Crimea was easy to get, and there was the fighting going on between Russian separatists and Ukrainians in the Donbass region. But unfortunately, when push comes to shove, Vladimir Putin thought he could roll into Ukraine and the Ukrainians would roll over. They would welcome him in, remember, with flags, saying, yes, at last, Russia is our saviour. It's not gone that way. Why not? Because since 2014 and the annexation of Crimea, the Ukrainians have built up a resistance movement. The Ukrainians have become much more wary about Russia's intentions. And I think that was something that Vladimir Putin overlooked when he started to launch this invasion. Second point is that many of the main cities that Vladimir Putin wanted to take control of, he's failed to take control of. Even Kharkiv, up here on the border with Russia, is still not completely in Russian hands. The only ones the Russians have taken so far, the only one is Kherson down here in the south. Kyiv has not fallen into Russian hands, and neither has Mariupol. So we have this bombardment, this incessant fighting in Mariupol, but it's still in the hands of the Ukrainians. So the big question now is, what is Russia going to do next? Is it going to push further north in the hopes of reuniting with forces coming in over the border from the north and from Belarus? Is it going to try to take control of Odessa? All of these are questions that we don't know the answer to right now, but it's true that after a month of fighting, Stuart, the situation as far as Russia is concerned has not at all gone the way it expected.
So crystal ball time, Philip, I mean, what do you see as the possible scenarios?
Well, there are several scenarios, Stuart, that could happen. The first one is that the negotiations will at last take place between the Russian president, Vladimir Putin, and the Ukrainian president, Volodymyr Zelensky. That is something that Zelensky has called for time and time again. So far, no movement from the Russian president towards any kind of compromise or any kind of meeting to take place. The problem here is that Russia, I think, doesn't believe that it has enough territorial gains to be able to go to the negotiating table. It believes it can make more progress on the battlefield than it can in negotiations with Zelensky or with the West. That is why it's not willing to go further forward at the moment on that point. The second one is a long war of attrition. What is that? That is the continuing bombardment of cities and towns in Ukraine by Russian forces in a bid to weaken them, to carry on bombarding week in, week out, to wind them down so they will eventually surrender. That is a possibility that could happen. Or there is also an escalation of Russia's military arsenal. A lot of questions have been asked about why the Russians are taking so long. Why has it taken all this time for Russia to move into Ukraine? Why are they not stepping up their military offensive? I think one of the answers to that military officials are saying is they may be biding their time. They may be trying to build up their resources, trying to build up their military capacity so they can launch a much stronger attack in Ukraine and therefore take control of the capital much more easily. But you have to remember that Vladimir Putin at the moment, because this has not gone the way he wanted, is really at his most dangerous. And I'll quote one of the Pentagon formal officials called Cory Shaka, who says, Putin is like a rat in a trap. He will inflict a maximum amount of damage on his way to defeat or victory.
And this comes as well, doesn't it, as Vladimir Zelensky has addressed the French Parliament. And today we've got Joe Biden, as we've been talking about over the last hour. Of course, all those summits in Brussels.
And on the sidelines, the diplomatic activity carries on day in, day out. We have the French president on the phone to both Volodymyr Zelensky and also to Vladimir Putin frequently. So now we have Biden, who is in Eastern Europe. He's going to go to Poland. He is going to try to shore up the defences in Eastern Europe as part of the meeting today with NATO, with the European Union, and also with the G7 countries. I think this is to put on a united show of force in the face of Vladimir Putin, that whatever happens, there is not going to be a split in the West and its resolution to hold Russia to account in this war.
Philip, thanks very much. Philip Tell from our International Affairs Desk with today's Global Grid. Thanks.